Boom shakalaka, despite Bitcoin finding some resistance at June lows. Today's video, we're going to take a look at why Bitcoin is setting up for an absolutely explosive move. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we are taking a look at why Bitcoin is setting up for an absolutely explosive move, plus a lot of very interesting charts across the market. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Also, today's episode is brought to you by Magipop DAO's NFT launch, Bubble Observers. You can check this out at bubble.observer, also link down in the description. And stay tuned till the end for a full review of the project. Now, today we have Fear and Greed at 26, same as we've been for a very long time. This seems to be a level that Bitcoin likes to hang around in terms of fear and greed, like 75% fearful. The overall market sideways today, Bitcoin at 17,172, Ethereum at 1272, BNB at 290, XRP 38 cents, Dogecoin 9 cents, Cardano 31 cents, and Polygon 91 cents. And if we take a look, Bitcoin is in this larger descending wedge pattern, generally a bullish pattern. It is also in this bullish trend channel, bullish pattern. But we're coming up right now. We're above this orange line, the 20-day moving average. We're coming up to this pink dotted line, which if you note is the June lows from when Bitcoin price crashed dramatically, found support there. Now, a lot of money changed hands right around those levels, giving us some pretty significant resistance at those levels. Right now, about $17,500. But I will have you see, if you take the trend line from the bottom of this bullish channel and also from these June lows, this actually is a bullish wedge pattern right here. Bitcoin price would be likely to break out to this area right where I'm putting the bullseye right now. So that being said, could we see a Bitcoin breaking out? Absolutely. Could we see it breaking down? Absolutely. But if we take a look at everything that's going on right now, most of the weak hands have already been shaken out, and everybody who's still in it is like, well, if it goes down any lower, it's just going to go down any lower. But there's a lot of charts right now that look very, very good, very appetizing for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Like this. The S&P 500 corporate insider selling is now at its lowest levels since 2010. Max pains to the upside for the market. We can see that historically, when it was at these low levels, these were inflection points where generally there was a nice rally afterwards. This is corporate insiders. These are people with information that we don't have. These are the people that actually win in most trades. If we take a look at Bitcoin's realized profit and loss ratio, we are in the area, historic capitulation levels, that has defined the bottoms of previous cycles. So this, if it's defined the previous bottoms, it would be unlikely for it to be tagging those levels and not be the bottom this time. But there is still some evidence that the price could come down. If we take a look at Willy Woo's max pain model, sits at $13,000. It's still lower than where Bitcoin price is today. The balance price sits at $15,000. The CBDD floor sits at $16,000. So there is still evidence that the price could continue to go down. A lot of people are banking on that. A lot of people for a long time have been banking on a $13,000 Bitcoin. That's where they're going to buy all of their Bitcoin. But will it ever get to those levels? I don't know, because if we take a look, the illiquid supply, one of the biggest indicators for the pump back in October 2020 was the illiquid supply chart from William Clemente. Well, it turns out that illiquid supply is going up dramatically, different than previous halvings. Right now, this is from the Rational Root. We take a look, halving 1 and halving 2 in yellow and orange. The illiquid supply dropped after the halving. But if you take a look, the red, the current halving, it has actually increased since the halving. His thesis stating, using illiquid supply as a proxy for scarcity, this is a mind-blowing chart. Not if, but when demand comes back, things will get insane because scarcity has gone up dramatically, pretty much beyond anything we've seen previously, and there's absolutely zero demand. So once there is demand based on simple economics, the price would dramatically go up. If we take a look at the 2-week cross in MACD, every time this has happened previously, there was a big rally afterwards. Not only that, in the bear market of 2015 and 2018, the cross also signaled the bottom and the start of the next bull run for Bitcoin. So not only does it indicate massive runs, but it has also indicated the bottom and the beginning of the next bull run. Well, it has just crossed once again, indicating that this is likely a bottom or the beginning of the next bull run. Right now, we have a very clear bullish divergence between RSI and Bitcoin price. The last time this happened with Bitcoin, it was only a matter of time before Bitcoin price took off. And one signal here has been a very, very clear indicator of Bitcoin price exploding. Few signals have correlated with Bitcoin's macro inflections as tightly as China's 10-year yield, local tops of major Bitcoin inputs. So if we take a look at China's 10-year yields, every time we broke that trend to the upside, look at this, massive bull run. Broke that trend to the upside, massive bull run. Broke this trend to the upside, massive bull run. Well, we have just recently broken the trend to the upside in addition to the RSI over 50, which happened every previous time. We could have a massive bull run in the works. Which brings us to this very interesting Bitcoin chart forecasting lines here. By drawing the trend line starting from 2011 lows, you can find the top 2 cycles later. So if we take a look at this low right here, draw this trend line, this was the top in 2017 from the lows in 2012, 2013. Now if we take the lows in 2015 to 2017, guess what? This was the top in 2021. Now again, if we take the lows in 2019, 2021, excluding the COVID black swan, well, the next top would likely be about $170,000. Not only that, but that is echoed by this chart right here, Bitcoin's halving timeline. The year before the halving, Bitcoin is pumped by 200% on average, then corrected by 40% and given sideways action for a year until it exploded another 500%. This has historically happened time after again. Now this should bring us from $17,000 where we are right now to $50,000 next year. Correct to $30,000 in 2024, and then explode to $180,000 in 2025. Now, both of these charts suggesting the same price, roughly $180,000, $170,000, and the same time frame, 2025. The only thing that you need to remember is that with Bitcoin prices right now, where it is, yes, it could go down to $13,000 or even crash to $5,000 like Peter Schiff is saying. But right now, Bitcoin is still below the realized price, the 2-year realized price, and the short-term holder price. Historically, this situation does not last long for Bitcoin. And based on the chart showing the, which one was it? Here we go. Nope. Showing this one, the scarcity. Based on the chart showing the scarcity, likely once demand goes up, price is going to go up faster than anyone would believe. So that's all for today's episode. If you do enjoy it, push the like button. But stay tuned for this coverage of Magic Hop's NFT launch, Bubble Observers. Now, this is a sponsored review, so it's not an endorsement of the project. I'm really going to go over the project, and then you can do your own research, see if this is something that you're interested in. Now, right now, one of the big things they have going on is voting for the project on Mooar.com, MOORAR.com. You can go find Bubble Observers and vote for them. You can even vote using GMT, and winning projects will receive an exclusive launch on Mooar.com, potentially increasing the value of the NFT. So you can just head on over to Mooar. There is only less than 2 days left for voting, so this is something you'll definitely want to check out now. Now, if we take a look at the project, like I said, this is from Magic Hop DAO, a pond full of creativity spawn amazing content. We want to build Atlantis together with co-creation in the Web3 world. Bubble Observers is the very first tryout, so you can find out more about Bubble Observers by going to the website bubble.observer. Now, there's a lot going on this website. It is very interesting. The art is great here. And if we see, they have the voting now for the NFT launch going on. So that's something that you, if you're watching this now, you definitely want to go check out because, like I said, pretty much a day left. They have a little bit about the project, the intro. So 8 months ago, with curiosity about the metaverse and Web 3.0, a group of creators from all walks of life started a journey of exploration. They wrote their thoughts on the current era and fantasy about the future of a collection of science fiction stories, which is now the Magic Hop DAO and Bubble Observers. There's still a long way to go from an innovative era to a product that can be spread, and we will have underestimated the difficulty. Now we are finally ready. Read our stories, gain part of the ownership by holding our NFT, or follow us on Twitter and Discord to participate in various activities. Let's meet in the Bubble Metaverse. So the landing schedule, 1 new chapter per week, 7 out of 20 already landed. You can go to the contents, check them out, or continue scrolling down and find out some more of the chapters. So chapter 4, there's the Mars Ranger. Chapter 11, the Digital Nation. Chapter 5, the duet attack. And I will say the art here is pretty spectacular. Chapter 18, l'amour. That means love in French. Now, mind scope, vision and value. Who we are. We're creative minds living at the surface of fantasy and science. Welcome to Web3 Sci-Fi Garden of Eden. So 1, community co-creation. 2, enjoy creativity. And 3, you're the future. So they have their full-time mod team of project lead, structured, and tokenomic. And then tells you a little bit about what the Bubbleverse is like, mainly online, offline sci-fi conferences, exhibits, and official stories, movies, and you. The roadmap, Creators Nebula 2021-2022. You can see Creators Community built and Bubble Observer Series developing, launching in 2022, Q2, Q3. Bubble Observer Series content launching the growth of the DAO. Now, the Expanse is coming up, the Bubble Observers NFT launching and continuing to incubate Web3 native projects and tokenomics in 2023, Q1 and Q2 with token launch and carry out retroactive airdrops on former members. You can see a little bit about the initiators of the project here, and also if we scroll down here, some community members like the founder of Steppen, some famous sci-fi writers, and other well-known people, as long as some partnerships that they have here that you might recognize some of the names. You can join them on Twitter and Discord. Now a little bit more about the NFTs observers. There's 6,000 to mint, and as we can see here, Bubble Observers Season 1 is a sci-fi series co-created by 100 plus creators from Magipop DAO. So the rights, the NFT shares the whole world IP ownership together and payback holders with creators with all the revenues from Bubble Observers Season 1. Now they've also partnered with Muar as we collaborated with the Muar to launch our first NFT. All Muar members will use GMT to vote for their favorite projects. Projects have the highest votes based on the total GMT locked. We'll have an exclusive launch on Muar. Only members who voted for the winning project will enter a raffle pool for a mint opportunity. So we can see a little bit about the chapters here, like Chapter 4, the Mars Ranger, Chapter 6, Your Story, Chapter 12, the Innocent Criminal, Chapter 19, Upgrade, and more contents. The FAQ here will answer a lot of questions you have, like what are Bubble Observers, how many Bubble Observers are there, how can I vote for Bubble Observers and win NFTs, how can I mint Bubble Observers, is there any whitelist thing? Also tells you a little bit more, what does it mean to hold Bubble Observers, so you can see what you actually get from holding them, how to stay updated, will there be rare ones, a second season, and anything else in the future. So you can check that out at bubble.observer/NFT on moor.com, MOOAR.com. You can go, you can scroll through these different projects, and you can go ahead and vote for Bubble Observers right down here by just clicking about or clicking vote. You can find out some more, and you can use, as it says right here, you can use GMT for voting on this one. So this is one that you'll definitely want to check out. If you want to find out more, you can go to the website bubble.observer, find out more there. You can also go to magipop.xyz to find out more about Magipop, and also to mooar.com, or you can just click the link down in the description. So that is all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, push that like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.